Parliament's Public Accounts Committee, or PAC, is mooting a ceiling price on inoculations with Sinovac's COVID-19 vaccine, which will be available to the general public from next month. PAC Chairman Wong Kah-Wah said in an email statement today that this price cap, comprising the price of vaccines from Pharmaniaga and fees charged by private clinics or hospitals, is necessary to ensure that the price of getting inoculated does not burden the people. He said the PAC noted that private COVID-19 vaccinations are already being promoted and the prices are higher compared to what the committee deems as appropriate. However, Wong did not reveal what he meant by an appropriate price. The authorities have been ramping up vaccination rates amid surging cases. As of yesterday, Malaysia's daily number of administered COVID-19 vaccines hit a record high of 521,923 doses, of which some 64% or 333,621 went to first dose recipients. Cumulatively, 17.84 million vaccine doses have been administered, with 37.07% of the population having gotten at least their first dose. Meanwhile, new infections came in at 16,117, taking the total number of cases since the outbreak began to 1,044,071. The number of active cases stands at 170,224. There were 207 new fatalities, bringing the death toll to 8,408. Genetec Technologies' market value topped 1 billion ringgit for the first time after the industrial automation specialist's share price jumped to close at an all-time high of 20 ringgit 40 cent as investors weighed the company's exposure to the global electric vehicle market. Its share price was up by some 9%, valuing it at 1.03 billion ringgit. Genetec's share price, which closed at 3 ringgit 76 on June 4th, has risen sharply to current levels, and it is noted that investors could have taken their cues from CGS-CIMB Securities' recent report on the company. Late last month, CGS-CIMB analysts Walter Au and Muhammad Shanas Nur Azam wrote in the report that Genetec is confident it can benefit from growing demand for EV vehicles worldwide. According to the analysts, Genetec claimed it had made a breakthrough in producing smart factory automation systems for EVs, energy storage and autonomous driving in 2020, and plans to ride on the structural shift in the global automotive industry from internal combustion engines towards EVs. Dagang Exchange, or Danex, has launched its digital trade and logistics platform known as Sealnet to provide users with one-stop cloud-based logistics and cross-border services. In a statement today, Danex said Sealnet is targeted at importers, exporters, manufacturers and trade-related businesses. Positioning it as a global digital trade connector, Danex said Sealnet empowers customers with a platform that is easy to use and can be accessed anytime, anywhere in real time. During a media conference after the virtual launch of Sealnet today, the Next Group MD Tan Sri Syed Zainal Abidin Syed Muhammad Tahir said Sealnet aims to provide a better electronic system for logistics and cross-border trade for companies that are facing challenges from the complexity of today's supply chain and the COVID-19 pandemic. The platform also seeks to address the pain points that have hindered efficiency and contributed to unnecessary costs in the industry. When asked about Sealnet's growth in terms of profit and market position, Syed Zainal said Danex expects revenue from Sealnet to grow by about 300% from a low base, although he did not specify a time frame by which this target will be achieved. Controversial lawyer Datuk V.K. Lingam remains barred from practicing law in Malaysia after the Court of Appeal dismissed his appeal. The senior lawyer has been struck off the rolls of the Malaysian bar since November 2015 over allegations of misconduct in relation to a controversial videotape over the appointment of judges. Justice Datuk Lee Swee Seng ruled that there was no breach of natural justice as alleged by Lingam in his appeal of not being able to attend the disciplinary board proceedings. This is because the disciplinary committee hearings had in the past granted adjournments to Lingam's request. Lee also said that the argument that the taped recording was tampered with cannot hold, as the persons who taped it, ex-DAP Kelanajaya MP Loh Guo Ben and his father, said it was the recording of the event and conversation at Lingam's house. Lingam also never denied that the conversation with the other person on the phone took place, or that he was boasting to the Lohs. As such, Lee said the court found there is no merit in the appeal and ordered Lingam to pay costs of 30,000 ringgit to the Malaysian bar. Lingam can file an appeal within 30 days of today's decision. The number of unemployed graduates in Malaysia rose 22.5% last year due to the unfavourable economic environment and its consequences for the overall labour market situation. According to the Department of Statistics Malaysia, there were 202,400 jobless graduates in 2020 versus 165,200 in 2019. Chief Statistician Datuk Sri Dr. Muhammad Uzair Mahidin says the number of graduates rose 4.5% to 5.36 million in 2020 from 5.13 million in the previous year, in line with the awareness of the importance of higher education in improving livelihoods. However, the challenging labour market conditions amid the COVID-19 outbreak resulted in fewer job openings and increased competition. According to the department's Graduates Statistics 2020, this was observed for both degree and diploma holders. The report said graduates' unemployment rate in 2020 increased by 0.5 percentage point to 4.4% against 3.9% in the preceding year. Over 75% of these jobless graduates were actively seeking work, with almost half unemployed for less than 3 months.